Managing an Indian state means overseeing the infrastructure, economy, and safety of millions of citizens. It is a massive undertaking that requires an administrative engine capable of running 24 hours a day. The official head of this system is the governor, who occupies a largely ceremonial role. But the person responsible for the actual governance, the real executive head of the state, is the chief minister. This office holds immense practical power. The chief minister acts as manager-in-chief, chairs the state planning board, and serves as the ultimate political authority over all state services. But there is a constitutional paradox at the center of this role. Article 164 of the Indian Constitution outlines the rules for the chief minister's tenure with surprising brevity. It explicitly states that the chief minister holds office only during the pleasure of the governor. Legally, they have no fixed term at all. How can the most powerful political figure in a state govern effectively when their employment can theoretically be terminated at any moment? While the freezing sounds precarious, the governor's pleasure is a constitutional formality. In practice, it is strictly governed by the rules of parliamentary democracy. A governor is bound by convention to appoint the leader who commands a majority in the legislative assembly. The job isn't granted by personal favor, it's earned through numbers. This is where that power is actually held. On the floor of this assembly, the chief minister must constantly maintain the mathematical support of the elected members. There is even a provision that allows a person to be appointed chief minister without being an elected member of the House, but only for a moment. As soon as they take the oath, a 6-month countdown begins. Within that window, they must win a seat in the legislature. If they fail, their authority as chief minister immediately ceases. This structure ensures the chief minister remains immune to the governor's personal whims as long as they hold the mathematical confidence of the legislature. The chief minister's control over the state executive is total. They alone decide who joins the Council of Ministers, which portfolios they hold, and they have the power to demand any minister's resignation. But this authority is a double-edged sword. Because the chief minister is the head of the council, if they resign or die, the entire cabinet dissolves with them. They also serve as the sole administrative link between the government's daily operations and the governor, acting as the official channel for every cabinet decision and legislative proposal. This dynamic changes slightly in the National Capital Territory of Delhi. Here, Article 239AA modifies standard rules due to Delhi's Union Territory status. In Delhi, the chief minister is not appointed by the local lieutenant governor, but directly by the President of India. Consequently, they hold office at the president's pleasure. Whether in Delhi or a standard state, the entire executive machinery is structurally dependent on the chief minister. If the leader falls, the entire government falls with them. We return to the central paradox, a leader who wields absolute control over the state, yet remains entirely dismissible. The chief minister's authority requires constant political maintenance. It is a byproduct of momentum, needing a persistent legislative majority to remain active. The Constitution's design uses this friction to prevent the consolidation of power. By tethering the executive directly to legislative oversight, the law ensures that no state leader can exercise authority without the continuous check of an elected body. This oversight leads back to a single source: the voters. The mathematical majority required to hold office is fueled by citizens who hold the power to change the assembly's composition in every election. This forces the chief minister to walk a political tightrope, balancing the immediate needs of crisis management against the shifting winds of party politics and public opinion. Ultimately, the chief minister's authority is absolute only because it is representative. They wield the full power of the state precisely because they hold a mandate that can be revoked, forcing a level of responsiveness that keeps their leadership tied to the will of the people.